Hi, my name is Amia Tillman. The book I'm going to be reading is Granny Gomez in Jigsaw. Granny Gomez lived in a big old house in the country. Granny liked her big house. It had lots of room for her potted plants and drums, her mountain climbing gear, and her jigsaw puzzle. But sometimes Granny was lonely. Maybe I will get a cat, she said to her. So the things didn't say anything. The flowers didn't say anything. They never did. Maybe I will get a dog, she said to the tulips. The tulips didn't say anything either. One day, Granny's friend Williams came by for tea. Granny told him about her plan to get a cat or a dog. Cats and dogs are nice, but they are not very special, Williams said. You need a special pet. Like what? Granny asked. I have an idea, said Williams. The next day, Granny's doorbell rang. Ding dong, there was a basket on her porch. A blanket covered the basket. Goodness, Granny said, I wonder if it's a baby. She peeked under the blanket. It was a baby pig. Granny marched over to William's house. Pigs belong in barns, not houses, said Granny. You will have to take this little pig back, Williams signed. All right, but I will have to take it back to Farmer Brown. He raises pigs for bacon. Bacon? You mean this little pig will be somebody's breakfast, Granny asked. Granny looked at the pig, little pink nose. She looked at the little pink ears. She looked at the little pink tummy. This pig looked back at her with a brown eyes. Granny made up her mind. No one is eating this pig. Granny took the pig home. She carried him up the black back stairs. Pigs are not very good with stairs. The pig was good company for Granny. They both liked cooking shows. They both liked watermelons. And they both liked Jigsaw's puzzles. Whenever a piece fell off the table, the pig snooped it over to Granny's feet. I think I will call you Jigsaw, said Granny. Having a pig in the house was not always easy, and as Jigsaw got bigger, Granny problems got bigger too. A little pig couldn't bite Granny's skills in two, but a big pig could. A little pig couldn't get stuck in Granny's kitchen cupboard, but a big pig could. A little pig couldn't poke his head through Granny's bass drums, but a pig could. Each day, Granny carried Jigsaw down the stairs so they could walk in the park. Then she carried Jigsaw up the stairs so they could go inside and drink lemonade. My goodness, said Granny one day, you are getting big, Jigsaw. My goodness, panted Granny the next week, you are getting even bigger. My goodness, grabs Granny the next week, you are getting... Granny... Granny and Jigsaw fell through the stairs. Granny looked at Jigsaw. Jigsaw looked at Granny. I think it's time to build you a nice barn, Granny said. Granny drove her truck to Miss Green's hardware store. Jigsaw rode in the front seat. Granny bought lots of wood, lots of nails, and barn building for beginners. Granny piled the wood in her yard and got right to work. Williams helped. Jigsaw helped too. He ate sandwiches with Granny when she stopped for lunch. He drank lemonade with Granny when she took a break. He ate cookies with Granny when she was done for the day. Jigsaw helped so much that he got even bigger. Granny put a kitchen in the barn so Jigsaw could have snacks. She put shelves in the barn for puzzles. She put a TV in the barn so Jigsaw could watch cooking shows. Finally, the barn was finished. It was as nice as Granny's house. Jigsaw struggled into the pile of straw. He waited for Granny to snuggle into a pile of straw too, but she didn't. Now we each have a place to live, Granny said. Jigsaw blinked. Good night, Jigsaw. I will see you tomorrow. Granny went outside. Jigsaw followed her. No, Jigsaw, she said. You stay there. Jigsaw walked slowly back to the barn. Granny walked slowly back to the house. She had been very busy building the barn. She didn't realize how much she would miss Jigsaw until now. Granny went inside the house, felt empty. She did a jigsaw puzzle. When a piece fell on the floor, no one scooted it back to her. She ate watermelon, but it didn't taste right. She watched Belly Bake's crazy cupcakes, but it was no fun without Jigsaw. Granny looked out at the barn. She thought and thought. Then she had an idea. She packed her suitcase. She tucked her camping bed under her arm. She picked up her favorite chair. Then she went to the barn. Jigsaw was waiting for her. The end.